China is building a magnificent railway project worth $3.8 billion in Kenya to revolutionize the country. It will not only be used for transportation alone, but also to facilitate trade with Kenya's neighboring countries all the way to Europe. The Chinese-built railway is called Kenya Standard Gauge Railway, SGR for short, which is one of the biggest in Africa, reaching about 3,800 kilometers in length. So let's find out what is SGR and how it has made the West nervous, and secondly, what it brings to Kenya and the whole of Africa. The Mombasa-Nairobi SGR is a flagship project of Kenya's Vision 2030. It's Kenya's development plan from 2008 to 2030 that seeks to transform the nation to an industrialized and middle-income country. The SGR is also Kenya's largest infrastructure project since independence in 1963. It connects Kenya's port city Mombasa in the east with the capital city Nairobi in the west. It is the first phase of the project. As the largest port in Eastern Africa, Mombasa has 17 international routes and does business with 80 ports around the world. Most of the cargo in and out of East Africa is handled at this port. With the limited capacity of the narrow gauge railway, most of the cargo needed to be transported by road. So when the roads were jammed due to excessive traffic, there was a huge delay in transporting cargo to and from the port, which eventually affected Mombasa and Kenya at large. When completed, the railway will also connect Kenya to other neighboring countries like Uganda, Burundi, Tanzania, and Rwanda. This railway has become a nightmare to the West because it has made Kenya to become more independent, allowing it to trade with a broader network of partners. It's not only used for transportation alone, but trade as well. So it becomes a very important tool for Kenya's independence in terms of trade. And this is a big blow to the West because they want African nations to constantly depend on them. But times have changed. The Kenya SGR project is integrated into the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, which is China's strategy to enhance connectivity and economic collaboration among nations from Asia, Europe, and Africa. Kenya's involvement in the BRI shows the strategic importance of the SGR project in advancing regional integration and progress. Kenya can easily enter into the global supply chains, attracting investment and economic opportunities, boosting its autonomy and competitiveness. Also, the BRI gives Kenya access into attracting an extensive number of participating countries, enabling the expansion of trade relationship and diversification. The influence of the BRI in Kenya has ignited some concerns among Western powers, looking at it with a lot of suspicion. They fear that the influence of China in Africa continues to expand, especially with the potential of the BIR system in Kenya, because the Western powers have been known to dominate the global economic space and dictate the terms of international trade. But what really is the catch for China? Because nothing is for free, so they say. Are they using this to exercise their dominance over the West, or is it for something else? Please tell me what you think. Meanwhile, let's see what this project brings for Kenya and the whole of Africa. The SGR has boosted the development of the local logistic industry. Goods loaded in Mombasa in the morning can be transported to Nairobi by afternoon, cutting costs by about 40%. The transportation efficiency from the ports to the hinterlands of East Africa has improved significantly. With an improved East African railway network and supporting infrastructure, the logistics industry is expected to foster economic cooperation and cultural exchanges. The East African countries, especially the landlocked countries, stand to reap huge revenues from this, and the commencement of freight services for East Africa would cut costs and delays for businesses.